recap of what has happened with the markets thus far, certainly 5 week-to-date losses for many of the US markets and over here in Asia as well. This had not been the situation at the start of this week, as one would recall that we have seen a significant boost in crude oil prices that transpired to equity markets as well. So Saudi Arabia and Russia actually came out to express that we could see a 9-month extension to the current supply curve rather than the 6-month that the market previously expected. That had actually sent WTI futures to a 2-week high, and in addition to that, boost for the equity markets as well. But certainly through the week, we did see the attention being captured by what's happening with the politics within the US. So the probe into President Donald Trump and his Russian ties actually created jitters for the market, and in turn, it has created concerns over how that will affect policies that the market have been expecting from the new administration, including tax and infrastructure policies. So that actually sent the likes of Dow Jones and the S&P 500 index to the worst one-day percentage fall since September 2016. For Asian markets into the end of the week, cautiousness seemed to be prevailing as we have many more items to look for in the upcoming week that creates uncertainty. So for a full list of some of these items, you can go to the IG website to refer, but there are 3 items that I would certainly like to highlight to you. So first and foremost, for those trading currencies next week, in addition to the potential testimony by former FBI Director James Comey, we also have the Fed FOMC minutes and the second reading for US Q1 GDP. As things stand, the market had penned in a consensus of 0.9% quarter-on-quarter in an annualized rate, up from the 0.7% that previously was released. And should we see any upsides over here, I think that will certainly help the battered US dollar and for example, the dollar yen. So for the dollar yen, you can find the support at about 110 level with resistance up ahead at 113, and certainly these are the items that you want to look out for when you trade them next week. The next item will of course be the OPEC meeting due on Thursday. So the market itself is really expecting that 9-month extension, and should we get anything less, I think that will place pressure. But as things stand, the rhetoric certainly supports an upward momentum for prices, and the resistance will be seen up at 51.50 for WTI futures, or those trading the US crude here with IG. And last but not least, Asia itself is going to see many indicators, including Bank of Thailand and the Korean Central Bank's meeting. But for those trading local Straits Times index, I think what would be really interesting, other than the CPI and IP data, would be the final reading for Singapore's Q1 GDP. So the market is expecting an upward revision here as well. And I think for those trading the Straits Times index or the related Singapore index here with IG, you want to see some upsides over here after the heavy sell-off, with good entry points seen above the 3,200 support level.